Today is Thursday, and about 3 weeks before spring training is about to start, what do these Rangers look like compared to last year's champions?
And now, a word from our title sponsor.
Are all financial advisors fiduciaries? Fewer than you think. Not knowing could reduce your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Mitch Kramer, founder and CEO of Fluent Financial. A fiduciary is a regulatory term to reduce conflicts of interest in wealth management. A fiduciary always works in your best interest. A non-fiduciary advisor might put their compensation or company ahead of yours. At Fluent Financial, we are certified financial planners acting as fiduciary advisors. To learn more, go to fluentfinancial.com or Fluent Financial's YouTube channel.
With seasonings, there seem to be so many, and then they just sit in your spice cabinet forever. That's not true of Goodness Steak Seasoning. I know the name steak suggests that it's very good on steak, which it is, but Goodness Steak Seasoning is so versatile. Use it on veggies, burgers, soups, even popcorn. Get it by going to the website bringthetasty.com. Goodness, this seasoning is good.
Hey y'all, Jason Velo here with Oh Hail Contractors. I've been in the business for a little over a decade, and one thing I really enjoy doing is serving people. I want to see things made new again, and I can help you through that process by making the insurance claims process understandable and almost easy, believe it or not. Also, I can give you great suggestions on the best roofing system and even ventilation for your home, which ultimately makes your shingle last a little bit longer, even in Texas. Who do you know that wants that level of service? So if you'd like some help with that, you can call me at 972-567-5766 or find me at ohhail.com, and that's OHHHAIL.com.
What grade would you give the Texas Rangers for their offseason moves or lack of moves this year? Well, first, they lost the free agency, a really important player, and that's catcher-designated hitter Mitch Garver, who went of all places to Seattle in the Rangers division. Now, they also lost bullpenners Aroldis Chapman and Will Smith and Chris Stratton. And so far, Robbie Grossman's not coming back here. And most importantly, maybe, neither is star starting pitcher Jordan Montgomery, though he remains free. What the Rangers have added is two bullpenners, David Robertson, who's had a fine career, and Kirby Yates, who's gotten through some injury problems to bounce back and be a good pitcher for Atlanta last year. Now, what the Rangers haven't added is a substantial left-handed arm in their bullpen. Stay tuned for that. And they've added a light-hitting catcher, Andrew Knizner, and another injured pitcher, Tyler Mahle. Now, we'll come back to that, the injuries. What grade would you give the Rangers at this point in the offseason? Pluses and minuses, adds and losses? I'd give them a fairly significant minus. But understand, the offseason is not over. In fact, 4 of baseball's top free agents all remain out on the marketplace. Jordan Montgomery, star pitcher Blake Snell, terrific hitter Cody Bellinger, and all-star third baseman Matt Chapman. All, by the way, represented by agent Scott Boras. For the Rangers, they might get Montgomery back. But for now, the Rangers are crossing their fingers for the middle of the season. That's when star pitcher Max Scherzer, star pitcher Jacob deGrom, and that free agent signee Tyler Mahle are all due back from injury. Keep your fingers crossed. I said, keep your fingers crossed. Health can be a difficult situation at times for pitchers. But there's other people still out there in the market. There are some relief pitchers who are pretty good. And there's an old dude named Carlos Santana who can DH and play first base. That would be an interesting ad. From the minor leagues, The Rangers are touting, and they should be, last year's number one draft choice, Wyatt Langford. He just ripped through the minor leagues last year. But now, careful. At this time last year, he was playing in college. To expect a player to jump from college to solid major leaguer is expecting a great deal of that player. But unlike seasons past, when there would be some unrest in Ranger Nation at this time of the year for such, I'll use my word, a minus off-season situation, this year is very, very, very different. Because this year, the Rangers are the defending champions. For the first time in 53 years, all of the rest of baseball have to come get us. Now, the West is going to be even tougher than last year. Houston's pitchers are starting to get healthy. They added a wonderful closer named Josh Hader. Seattle, their young pitchers have matured. Their young lineup is maturing. And they just added a solid middle-of-the-lineup hitter in Jorge Polanco. And the Angels have made several additions. Health for them, Mike Trout, Anthony Rendon, catcher Logan O'Hoppe, outfielder Taylor Ward. If all those guys happen to get healthy, I know, Rendon hasn't been healthy for a week the last few years. But with the adds, and if health arrives, and remember, the Angels will be managed by Ron Washington, and we all know Ron Washington can manage. But whatever the situation is, headed to spring training, the Rangers, for the first time, can send that message to everybody else in baseball. Come get us.
Today's episode has been brought to you by Fluent Financial, by Oh Hell Roofing, and by Goodness Steak Seasoning.
Just Wondering is a production of DSP Media for FanStream Sports. You can find Norm's show along with other great programming at fanstreamsports.com.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of Just Wondering. If you enjoyed it, please hit follow. Then each episode every weekday will be delivered straight to you. And if we might ask one more favor, please share it with friends. I'm Norm Hitzges, and every day I'll be just wondering about something.
And I'm Mary Hitchkus, and I'm just wondering too.